Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a video about must-do rides at Disney World. I'm doing 5 rides at each of the 4 parks. We're going to start off with Magic Kingdom, and I got 5 rides for Magic Kingdom. They're not going to be like in order for like my favorites or whatever. They're just in random order I just picked. So first, we're going to start off with Pirates of the Caribbean. This ride, people might think this, like some of the rides I picked aren't must-dos, but for me, I feel like these are the must-do rides that are my favorite, so they might be your favorites too. So I have Pirates of the Caribbean. This ride, I love it. Just like, it's a ride that's just, we have to go to whenever we go to Magic Kingdom. It's based off the movie Pirates of the Caribbean, as you probably know by the name of the ride. But it's basically just like Jack Sparrow's like hiding through the ride, and you have to go find them because they're all on the lookout for him. And you just go on your little boat ride. It's so cool inside. The second one we have is Haunted Mansion. I feel like this ride, more people would agree with this one. It's it's based off the movie Haunted Mansion. It's like, it's not a scary ride. You probably might think it's kind of a scary ride by the title, but it's really not that scary. There's like a couple jump scares in the one part, but it's not scary. You're just like in a little, like, they call it a dune buggy, and you're just like riding around, and you're just going through the Haunted Mansion, just doing like a tour through it. I love it. It's a ride you have to go to. The third one is Space Mountain. This ride I absolutely love. It's a roller coaster. It's in the dark, and it's like you're just like in one seat, like no one else is on your sides or anything. You're just in like one little seat by yourself, and it just goes around in the dark, and you never know like what twist or turn is coming next. It's so much fun. The fourth one is Tron. This ride, I feel like it is a must-do, but it also cannot be a must-do. So if the wait's like really long, you don't want to wait for it, I can understand. I wouldn't wait in line for it if it was super long, but it is a really fun ride. But I feel like it wouldn't be worth like a 3-hour wait. Like, I wouldn't wait more than an hour for it probably, because I know it's like 3 hours a lot of times, which I would never wait 3 hours for this ride. It's so fun, but it's like so short. You're like, oh, is the ride done already? Yeah, it's really short, but it's super fun. It's like you're on a little motorcycle going through roller coaster. I never watched the Tron movie, so I really don't even know like what it's supposed to be themed off of. But all I know is that you're riding a motorcycle through the little roller coaster. The fifth ride is going to be Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I never rode this ride, but I rode Splash Mountain a lot in the past, and it's like the same layout and everything. They didn't change any of the tracks or anything, but they just changed the theming to a Tiana theme. I feel like it would still be a must-do for me because I just love the big drop going down. It's just a fun boat ride. I feel like you have to go to. It's just like kind of like a staple. You have to go Magic Kingdom. Alright, so we're on to the next park, which is going to be Epcot. So we also have 5 rides for this park too. So the first ride is Spaceship Earth. This ride, some people might think, like my sister, she thought this ride was not a must-do for Epcot, but I was like, you're crazy. this has to be a staple for going to Epcot. It is the big Epcot ball. You're in that. That's ride is inside there. So it's just you're going around in the ball. It's super fun. It's just you have to go if you're going to Epcot. Alright, so the second ride is Mission Space. This ride people might disagree with too as a must-do at Epcot. This ride, it's just like a simulation of like you going up in space. So there's like two things. You can do the less intense or more intense. I like to do the more intense, but if you're not feeling good that day, definitely don't do the more intense. Because you have like, it just has so much pressure on you whenever you have the more intense. You feel like you have like weights on you. Like you're like, I don't know how to explain it, but you feel like you just have weight all on you. And you're like, you feel like your face is like sagging because of like the air or whatever. Alright, so the third ride is Guardians of the Galaxy. This ride, I've never actually watched the Guardians of the Galaxy like movie or anything. I don't watch Marvel movies. But this ride is so fun. They like play like music really loud in the ride, like rock music or whatever. And you're just like riding around. It's like dark. It's like you're, I don't even know, in space or whatever. The galaxy. I don't know. I don't watch the movies, but it's all I know is it's really fun. If you do watch Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm sure that would even make the ride more of a must-do for you. Next we have the fourth ride, which is Soarin'. Like, I'm sure everyone would agree with this one. You have to ride this ride at Epcot. A lot of the times it can be a really high wait, but I would say it's probably worth the wait. I would probably wait like up to an hour for this ride, to be honest. It's just like that you're in like a glider and you're like flying through. You like go up way up in the air, and it's like a big movie screen, and the glider like tilts and turns like you're up in the air, like gliding through different like scenes and everything. It's really cool though. I love that ride. Next we have the fifth ride, which is Test Track, which unfortunately this ride is actually going to be closed whenever we go here. So I think, I'm not sure whenever it's supposed to reopen. I think I saw something that's going to reopen around like May or June next year in 2025. But kind of sucks that it's not going to be open, but who knows, it might be a lot better whenever it reopens. But I love this ride. If it is open when you go, make sure you ride this ride. It's so much fun. I would recommend, if you are going to ride this ride, probably go to this ride first or something, because the wait can get pretty long for this ride. So I'd recommend you probably go to this ride for one of the first rides, if not your first. Alright, so the third park is going to be Animal Kingdom. I have 5 rides for this one as well. So the first one is like one of my all-time favorite rides at Disney. It's Expedition Everest. It's just, this ride is themed so well. It is just like, even just like looking at the ride, like you don't even have to go on the ride to be able to see how cool this ride is. So it's like a huge mountain, like the Everest mountain. It's so big and like tall and everything. It is like so cool. You like go around, it's like a really fun roller coaster too. There's like a Yeti animatronic in there, like you go through and you see the Yeti in there. You're trying to run away from it. Alright, the second ride is going to be Flight of Passage. This ride, I was debating on putting Na'vi River Journey on here too, but I feel like Flight of Passage is definitely better than Na'vi River Journey. So if you're gonna like pick like one or the other, definitely pick Flight of Passage. It's so much fun. So this ride is like that you're flying on the Banshee, if you ever watched Avatar, you know that you're like, there's all the Avatar people riding on the Banshees through the place, and you're like flying all over top of everything. It is so much fun. You have like all kinds of stuff, like water splashed in your face. There's like mist and just wind, everything. It feels like you're actually flying on the Banshees. It's actually really fun. It's kind of similar to Soarin' too. So like Soarin' and Flight of Passage are kind of similar. So if you like Soarin', you definitely like Flight of Passage. So the third ride is going to be Dinosaur. They're going to be closing this ride, which is so sad, because I love this ride. This ride has so many like dinosaur animatronics. They're like huge. It's so loud in there too. Like you're in like a little thing and you're bouncing around trying to get, I think you're trying to find like a certain dinosaur, and you're trying to find it, and you come in contact with all these other dinosaurs. There's like so many animatronics of different dinosaurs. It's so cool in there. So definitely, if it's open whenever you go, make sure you ride it. But I think it's going to be closing at like the beginning of 2025, which is so sad. Like I'm literally so sad about this, because this is like the last time we'll get to ride it. So it's turning into a Indiana Jones ride. I'm not really sure what it's about really, but all I know is that it's turning into an Indiana Jones ride. I had to look up and remember what it was, because I couldn't remember what it was. The fourth one we got here is Kali River Rapids. This ride is that you're all in like a little like raft type thing. There's like probably like 8 to 10 people in a little raft all together in a little circle, and you just go through like this little like rapid river, and then you get on this big drop and you get like absolutely soaked if you're lucky, or you could also be unlucky, whatever, if you want to get wet or not. You can be lucky or unlucky with that ride. The fifth ride is going to be the safari ride. If you're in Animal Kingdom, you have to go on the safari ride, because like it's Animal Kingdom. Why wouldn't you go on the safari ride? There's just animals everywhere, a safari. Alright, so our last park is going to be Hollywood Studios. This park also has 5 rides. I was having some trouble with this one because some of the rides on here I haven't rode yet. But I feel like with what I saw like ride POVs of these rides, so I feel like what I would know for right now. So the first one's Tower of Terror. This ride I did ride for the first time whenever we went to Disney last year, because I just never rode it before. This ride, it wasn't, to be honest, it wasn't as like intense as I thought it would be. So like it's obviously like you're like dropping up and down from the tower. You like go up and then you drop whole way down. It's not as intense as I thought it would be, to be honest. But I still feel like it's a must-do for Hollywood Studios. The second attraction would be Rise of the Resistance. I actually love this ride. It was so much fun. You're like, you get like caught with the Resistance, and you have to like try to escape from them. It's so cool. Like you get in a room with all these stormtroopers around you and everything, and then you get in this little cart and you're like riding around trying to escape from them. It's so much fun. I love that ride, and if you go to Hollywood Studios, you have to ride that ride, no matter the wait time. Wait in the line. Alright, the third ride is the Millennium Falcon ride. We didn't get to ride this ride last time, because like the Rise of the Resistance and the Millennium Falcon lines were so long, so we didn't really want to wait in line for both of them. And we only had one day at Hollywood Studios, so we just picked to ride Rise of the Resistance, because I feel like this ride is probably the better one out of the two. So we just picked this ride. But the Millennium Falcon ride also looks really, really cool. So you're riding the Millennium Falcon. Someone can like, you have like all different roles for the ride. So like one person's like controlling or whatever. You have like a pilot. It's super cool looking. I never rode it, but it looks cool. Alright, the fourth ride is Slinky Dog. Didn't get to ride this ride either. It looks like just like a typical roller coaster to me. We didn't ride it last time because the wait was really long, and it looks cool and everything, but I wouldn't wait for like an hour for it, you know. It just looks like kind of like a typical roller coaster. But yeah, it looks cool though. So if you want to, we'll probably end up riding it this time because we didn't ride it last time, which I would love to ride it this time. Alright, so for the last ride of them all, it's going to be Rock and Roller Coaster. I didn't get to ride this ride either. So a lot of the rides at Hollywood Studios, we'd have to ride this time. But Rock and Roller Coaster looks really cool. It is a indoor roller coaster. It goes like upside down and everything. It goes super fast. It's a roller coaster and it looks really, really cool. That's all I know about it. But yeah, that is all of the 4 Disney parks. The top 5 rides of each park, according to me. A lot of you guys probably would think differently about a lot of these, but those are the rides. If I had to tell you, those are the 5 rides I would make sure that you ride at each park. So yeah, that is the end of this video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and also for trip videos coming up soon. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye.